Hey yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the Bear Down Meech channel, man. Today we're actually going to be kind of looking at some college football gameplay. EA Sports went ahead, they did a special little premiere with some live look at some head-to-head gameplay. So we're definitely going to look up into this, man. Like I said, we're going to be trying to give out as much content as possible. I'm gonna kind of give what I'm seeing here in this trailer. Like, we're not going to watch the whole 20 minutes. I'm gonna kind of skip around and just point out some, key emphasis and points that we need to look at. But overall, before we get into it, obviously I've already watched this. I think the game looks pretty good. Like I said, I have a little bit of background, obviously, from playing Madden 24 this year for enough time that I have a valid take on it. So that's what I'm going to kind of be comparing it to, obviously. And the reason that we want to take a look at this is obviously because, we probably going to be playing some college football, but it also may give us kind of an idea of what Madden is to look like. So let's go ahead. Let's just kind of play this. Like I said, I'm not going to be showing the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of skip around because the clips are everywhere. So we're just going to kind of get right into it, man. So first of all, the presentation is really nice. If you're a big presentation guy, I have the sound muted. I don't want any copyright things or anything to appear up on here, but the presentation stuff is nice, man. They have like, signature chants and the crowd is all loud, everything that you can really, ask out of it. Now, first thing I'm going to point out here is this little blue pass right here. Okay. So they have that passing meter. Okay. Blue passing means good passing, as you can see, and it even goes into it a little bit here. You want to get that as much as you can in the blue because the yellow and the red means your pass it's off target this year. One of the new things that they added is that you shouldn't be overthrowing people by like 50 yards if you time it wrong. That just doesn't really happen in college or the NFL. Like, sometimes they are overthrows, but the way they have it now is that it's just going to be off target. So if you're throwing in the yellow or the red, there may be like a slower catch animation, or your receiver may have to slow down type of vibe, but you're not going to just be fully overthrowing people by like 50 yards. So that should be a pretty cool addition to the game. But one thing about this game, you won't really see it here up in this clip, but this game is just really, really fast. And we're going to kind of get into it right here in this clip. This is the first clip. Like, just look at how fast he's moving compared to Madden 24. People get like a little elusive, but he's really moving out. You can see like the attention to detail and the cuts and everything. And we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit more because this is, you can just tell from the clips in this game, it's completely different from what Madden has been going to. Now, I'm not a Madden expert, but some of the guys have been saying it looks like kind of older Maddens, like a Madden 20, where you're able to move a lot better. So I have some reserves about it moving that fast, but I don't know. I didn't play Madden 20, so I can't have a full valid opinion on it. All I can compare it to right now is Madden 24, which it just looks insanely fast. So let's just kind of go ahead and skip around a little bit here, get into the next thing. They're talking about the pitch type. So you have 3 different pitch types: the quick pitches, which will kind of loft and really not, it gets to the man, but they said it may loft, and you see he kind of reach back a little bit to get that ball. So that's what your quick pitches are going to do. Your strong pitches will take a little more time to load up, but the pitches should hit them in stride. So if you have time to do these are probably going to be the best ones. And then obviously you just have the fake pitches, you fake out a man and get them. So it looks like they added a lot to running. As you can see, running has been kind of an emphasis in these first few little bits of clips and everything, as we see a pick 6 there. But so far it is looking a little bit decent. Now we just see some more interceptions here, again, some more gameplay. Now the next thing that they talked about is what's going to be a big part in Madden 25 as well. I already know that, but definitely NCAA is where you can come out in different coverage shells in disguise. So as you can see here, Texas was in a cover 3. He shifted it back to a cover 2. So this is going to be a huge thing in the next game, and kind of playing mind games with your opponents and able to disguise coverages, which was needed a lot, because that's just the bread and butter in football, is making your opponent think a lot. So and doing kind of pre-snap things. So That's a new thing that's in there. And here they talk about, again, just how to disguise that and everything like that. Now, again, let's just go back, because this is just going to be another clip of just look how fast that he's moving. And that's kind of some of my worry about the gameplay a little bit, just because, for instance, in Madden 24, it's kind of hard to tackle. Okay, let's just be completely honest. If you played Madden 24, you know that people can just juke the living daylights out of you, and it's hard to really tackle somebody. And if people are moving this fast, man, I just don't. I really don't know. I can't have a full opinion on it, but I'm just wondering how difficult it's going to be to actually get somebody on the ground if, players are moving that quick. But hey, look, we'll just have to wait and see. Now, this just shows a nice little layered pass, which you always have to have, those directional kind of free form pass, which is in Madden 24, but it is nice that is coming back to, alter the direction your receiver is going. Able to layer over defenders is going to be a pretty huge thing. And then again, just look at how fast they're going. Now, this spin move that he did hit, the skill moves look really, really good. So while I'm kind of iffy on it, look at the way he spent the guy out there. And it was a very realistic animation. He kind of took his ankles on the spin. And you've seen it with the jukes. The skill moves look pretty good. So that's already looking like a pretty big W for it. And just look, you see another one here. Even the stiff arm looks pretty realistic. He stuffs them, but just the juke move is just so fast, man. Not sure how you're going to be able to lay the sticks on them, but hey, it is what it is, man. But kind of just scooting forward a little bit, that really was a big thing with this gameplay. We're just looking at how fast it is. Here they're just showing some of the run to the line, so to hurry up, they don't just skip the frames and you're back into the formation under center like they kind of do in Madden. They actually run up to the line, which is pretty cool animation to have back as well. And let's just go ahead and skip a little bit more here, because this is nothing that we really need to know. And there's just a few more points about, and this is kind of showing what I was talking about as well here. So when you're throwing those yellow and red passes, you see the receiver you see how he has to reach back, which could be actually a good and bad thing, because in this clip, if he had let him any more with that, he most likely gets his head taken off and probably drops the ball. So you may be able to add a little bit of a skill gap to even throwing technically inaccurate passes, I guess. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing yet, but you just kind of see some of the catch animations, obviously, but that is that. Now let's go over, because there's just a few more things that we actually need to go ahead and take a look at. Again, there wasn't much that you needed to take away here. A lot of it was kind of presentation type, I felt like. But they have some additional gameplay. They're showing through, some of the abilities and stuff that kind of guys has. These are the custom stems where you can kind of adjust the lengths of routes, which will come in handy. So again, such a focus on the speed of the game. Like another clip of just look at how elusive this man gets in the open field. So, this dude's running like he just, like he's on acid or some type of drug, man. I don't know. They just move real crazy. But the one thing you can't deny is that the game should at least be fun. Like I said, I have a few reserves of just, I'm a little worried about how fast it is, but overall, it looks like the game will be fun once you're catching the ball, getting into the open field. So there's just a few more things actually that I'm going to just talk about really quick here before we go ahead and wrap it up. Because there wasn't, a ton of stuff that we'll take away from here, but just a few different sightings. But the one thing I just want to show you, it's just how elusive you can get in the open field as a ball carrier. Like, look at this touchdown here. Spin moves look like they're back, by the way. The spin moves are looking really crazy. And again, that last part was just a little left stick juke. And then if we go ahead and look at how this play works in real time, just look at the burst of speed once you get into the open field. If you see the way he planted that foot and drove and really got up the field, man, it's definitely pretty. That part definitely looks really realistic to how a running back go ahead and attack the field. So that's looking good. Now the only thing I really am kind of having a little bit of a worry about is this right here. They started to go on mentioning how you can definitely pump fake to draw a defender up and then layer it over the top of him. As you can see, once he pump fakes, that corner bites. Now the only thing I'm worried about is how animation driven that is. Are you just going to be able to just simply take people out of coverage? Is there specific abilities or traits that cause, either the defender to bite more or for the quarterback to get the defenders to bite more? I'm just really, I don't want to say worried, but I guess interested to see what exactly causes that to happen, because that could get very annoying if it's not anywhere balanced. But listen, like I said, I'm not going to draw this out too long. Few things from gameplay. Overall, it's looking really fun. That's what I can say. And we're playing a video game, so it is fun. A few reserves, but I mean, overall, the presentation is looking great. For guys who really care about that, the gameplay is looking pretty solid enough, fun for people to play, which is the biggest factor of everything, man. So I'm going to go ahead and round it out there. If you've made it this far in the video, I definitely appreciate it. If you do enjoy content like this, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and drop a like on the video if you will. It does help, drive engagement to the channel and helps me grow. So I definitely appreciate each and every one of you that either watch, like, whatever you do for interaction. I definitely appreciate it. But that is going to be all. As always, hopefully we go ahead and see you all in the next one. And until next time, we out.